So let's get to tonight's demonstration. Tonight is, let me set this over here. Tonight is carnations. This is a spring flower, or at least that's where I've categorized it. So I'm doing a red carnation, and we're doing this on a black piece of cardstock. So let's get overhead and get started. Okay, so I shared with you last week that those pads of colored cardstock that I have, these are 6x8. They're 250 grams. I don't know what that equates to because I still haven't done the math. I need to do that. But they're a very nice stiff cardstock, and they're smooth. This is called Paint on Black Mixed Media 6x8. This is a really nice size for a greeting card. If you like to paint those, and it's acid free. So if you do scrapbooking or any kind of things that require acid free type protection, then you know that that is available in this. And this comes from dickblick.com, Dickblick, if you're not familiar with them. Wonderful art company. Okay, so let's set that over here, and I'm going to share the colors that we're working with. And so this is our red carnation. Not difficult strokes to do. You just have to kind of stay up on the chisel edge, which we always tell you most of the time we want pressure. In this case, we don't want pressure. So colors I'm using, I've got magenta, right? Yeah, magenta and white, citrus green and thicket, and some floating medium, and we're working with a number 12 flat. So all of this with the same size brush, which is nice and refreshing from swapping brushes all the time, right? Okay, let's come down right here. So the first thing I want to do is we want to put in our stems and our buds. Okay, so let's shove this over here, down. There we go. And I will have, I'll have this up here. I'm talking to myself, but you guys hear me, right? Okay, so first thing I want to do is we're going to double load this 12 flat coming right between our two green colors, thicket and citrus. We're going to embrace the thicket and love it again, and say goodbye to our friend sap green. All right, although you can still get sap green in the regular matte acrylics, just not in multi-surface. Okay, now I want to come and side stroke a little bit of white on the citrus green, work that in. Let's just pull that over here. There we go. All right, so make sure you get a good load of color on this brush, lots of paint. Dip into some medium because we're on paper. And we're on black paper, so I want lighter colors with this so they show up better, okay? So we want to, first of all, decide where we're going to place the tips or the cups that these flowers grow out of, okay? So we're going to have one here, we're going to have another one up here, and then we're going to have a bud right there, okay? And so the first thing I want to do is let's create those cups. All right, now we're going to come back after we're done stroking the flower and add a few little strokes in there. But we need to have a place to pull our flower down into. So we're going to do one here, and we're going to do this one here. So I want push that light green down. There we go. And stand up. So it's a U shape, very similar to our rosebud. All right, let's come a little closer. Okay. And then we need our actual bud right here, which is an unopened, wrapped green little bud. Okay. All right, so from here then we want to pull these stems, or these stems are pretty sturdy and round. So I'm going to touch right at the base of that U shape and on the chisel, pull down on a curve. Okay, and then here, pull down on a curve. Now just know that these demos are intended to be instructional references, okay? So this, I wouldn't necessarily call this a standalone project, but I have seen some of you do them. And so I just want you to know that you can have them as a singular project or add them to a painting you're designing, okay? All right, now the leaves on these are very skinny. If you've ever gotten a carnation, you've seen these leaves. They're very thin and kind of spindly, and they come off of kind of jointed areas, all right? So I'm going to just touch right here. Let's come a little bit closer. All right, so I'm going to touch right here. I want to do a little downward curve and then pull and lift. Okay, that little downward curve is that area where it attaches to the stem. So downward curve and then pull and lift. Okay, so we'll do one on this side. Downward curve. All right. And then let's add here. Do just little chisel strokes with starts out with a little pressure, that downward curve, and then a stroke out to the tip. All right, and then I'm just going to put some longer stems here. Not stems, leaves. Okay, so they're mostly known for their colorful moppy tops, not so much their stems and leaves. All right, cleaning that brush, I'm going to come and load with my flower colors. So with this, primarily we want white, and the magenta is out at the tip. So it's about 2/3 white and 1/3 magenta. And you want to try to keep that pretty strong white. So I'm twisting slightly to the white side, pushing that over, and then side stroking the pink. Okay. All right, so for these flowers, let's start with our partial side view. And so the center of the flower is right here. All right, and so what you want to do is have a back layer and then a front layer. So we're going to come out, and you're on the chisel, and you're making short, little, choppy, jagged strokes on that chisel. And then you're going to pull it back in. All right. Then let's come from this side. We're going to come all the way out and make a little bit of a curve out further, come in a little, and then curve back in. So this is how you create those little jagged edges. So here we're going to come out, slide all the way out, staying up on that chisel, making these little jagged movements. And my eye is watching that white edge so that I stay together. Okay, so it comes back into the middle of the stroke. Okay, so we've got those back sections. Now we can come in a little shorter, not so far out, and stand back to the chisel. And that way you can see the back layer and the front layer. So I almost immediately start that wiggle on the chisel as I slide out of the center of the flower. And you don't go out as far. Here I'm going to curve it over and then slide it back into that center. And slide. Okay, and let's just put one more right here and pull that in. Now I'm not happy with this gap out here, so I want to show you what I'm going to do. Let's come right here and we'll put one of our sets of choppy strokes right in there. So see, that kind of wiped out my front stroke. What I want you to see, I can still fix that. So we can come right in wet on wet paint with that magenta on that outside corner, and then there you go. Easy fix, okay? All right, let's look more at our one that's kind of tilted towards us, and we're still seeing some petals coming forward, okay? So coming out of here, we're going to come out, make those little jagged strokes, and back in. And if I don't fill that white part in, it actually will be fine because I'm going to stroke over with the front layer. But right, let's come here, and we'll kind of create this umbrella of the back layer. I'm going to turn my surface, come up, and back in. And I just keep side stroking that magenta. And slide in. Okay, so that's giving us our back layer. Now we want to do some edges. So here, and push and twist back in. So we're starting to bring those petals around. We're going to create a rounder look on this one, okay? Out, down, and then twist back into that center. Now we'll do our second layer. All right, pull that in. Keep getting good, strong magenta on that outside edge. Layering and pull it in. Okay. Now we want to bring one more. Oops, that's heavy. One more. Let's put him right here and stand up. Then we're going to bring this down in front and twist as you come back into the center. So it looks like it's falling over. Do the same thing on this side. So you're coming down, oops, a little point, and then twist to come back. Then we're going to finish with one right there. Okay, so can you see the difference? This one's leaning more towards you. This one's standing up, not quite open all the way. All right, so now, so you've seen, I know Brenda out there, she's the florist from days gone by, and she knows about all these different colors of carnations out there. But I'm sure a lot of you have received or seen all the different varieties of colors that they create these days and have over the years. With their white with different tips of color. All right, so coming back to my leaf colors, and I'm going to side stroke a little bit of white on the citrus green edge here. All right, so right in here, we want to create those little pointed, I guess they're part of the calyx, right? Sections right in there. And then come back and restroke that curve down here. You can kind of take the corner of your brush that's dark there. Okay. And right here, let's just do a little pull. I want to make that more part of that, so it's more curved into that cup. Same thing here. There, that's better. Okay, so then we take our script liner. So imagine these in orange tips, yellow tips, green for St. Patty's Day, although that's passed already, but there'll be another one next year. Blue, whatever. And then the two-toned red, the deep red with the light red tips are my favorites. They always look so dramatic. All right, so there you have our carnation. Hope you like that.